Success is extremely important for me as a definition where I can build a better society. I have seen the bottom of my life where I had to give up everything. I had to go in people's home and teach meditation because of course, meditation I've been doing for many years. Because I had to just earn my living to make both ends meet. I mean, I'm a great believer that the universe always shapes you. Apart from that, definitely my family, my parents, my wife, my children, my colleagues, my co-workers, everyone have contributed towards it. India as a country cannot afford expensive branded drugs. And there is where the India comes into action. We ensure that every patient, be in rural or urban, can afford high quality generic medicines for them, be it diabetes, gastro, be it nephro, cardiac, anything. You are making accessible healthcare for all. Obviously, the balance sheets will be nice.
Welcome to the Bottom Line Unplugged, where we decode minds behind the numbers and the visionaries shaping the business world. I'm your host, Divya Sharma. Today we have with us an exceptional leader whose journey is nothing short of legendary, Dr. Sujit Paul. Now, Dr. Paul is the Group CEO of Zota Healthcare Limited, a name synonymous with innovation and transformation. With over 25 years of diverse leadership experience across global giants like Reliance Pharma Retail, Apollo Pharmacy, Asian Paints, and more, he's not just built businesses, he's built legacies. Now, from being recognized among the top 100 global leaders to delivering powerful TEDx talks, Dr. Paul continues to inspire with his strategic foresight and people-centric leadership. Let us dive into the journey behind the success, the bottom line behind the business. Welcome, Dr. Paul. Tell me now, all of us, we know your public persona. Everybody's literally seen you from TEDx talks and you mentor so many people and you do have a, huge persona. Tell me, if all of that is taken away, like literally we strip all of that off, what are you all about? Who is Sujit Paul?
First of all, I over years together have never ever loved leading with a title. Okay. I have always been one amongst the many and I just do my job. So if for 1 second I assume that, those halos are not there or those accolades are not there, I am one amongst the many who is just doing my job right towards building a better society all around.
Yeah. And I think the right one discovers much later. I think the greatness about being great is that you're doing that right, which is coming from within on a daily basis.
It's an ongoing process, yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, now tell me, what has been the defining moment for you as far as, success is concerned, and anything from the earlier life which has shaped you into the person that you are today?
Well, from the onset of my life, right from my school, college, university, etc., I've always felt that, whatever I do, I should do the best and I would be the best. I still remember, when I was in my college in Calcutta University, at that point of time for zoology honors, R.L. Kotpal's book had to be in the syllabus. Yeah. And in genetics, I still found at that point of time that there were certain things, which I did not felt appropriate. Okay. Then emails were not so prevalent. And I hand wrote to R.L. Kotpal sir that, these are the things that I find is not appropriate. And he responded back that, absolutely over years together, it was taught, no one even pointed out, and in the next publication that would be changed, and that was changed. So I think, I had always had a belief that, whatever I do, whether it's in academics, whether it's my cultural activities, in professional world, I would be the best in that. So that to work towards, unfathomable passion had always led myself.
I think I would love to give you a compliment right now because, when we see something in a book and something as early as when we are just studying, we are students, the reaction is, oh, it is written by somebody who's already, successful and knows what he's saying. So you just take it with a pinch of salt, even if you find it is wrong. Secondly, having the courage to go out and put your thought out, take it out to him, probably not even expecting. I'm not sure if you knew that he's going to respond to you.
No, I never anticipated that someone like R.L. Kotpal would even write. It was a handwritten letter. I still have that letter. Okay. So, but yes, I think that, and many such instances happened.
Many. So that was the first of the many. Okay, tell me, how do you define success? What does it mean to you?
Success is extremely important for me as a definition where I can build a better society. I can build better people. I can build an ecosystem of genuine sense of joy and love. That's genuine success for me, where I can build more people. I can eradicate their sorrows. I think over a decade, I have been doing it consistently to see that I can build more professionals. I can build more people around me who will be self-dependent, who would be happy, who would be joyful, and that's success for me.
Great. So now you mentioned that over a decade you've been doing this, and I believe it's just become a part of you, like how we breathe, right?
It's an everyday job for me.
Yeah. So tell me, what are these defining habits that have made you the person that you are?
Well, from the onset, I always believed in two things. One is reading good, great books, and traveling.
Okay.
So I'm an avid traveler. I read a lot of books. So these two have shaped me a lot, and this, along with a sense of very hard working. I remember working almost 16, 17 hours a day. So that's a long hours. So when I still wake up very early, I end my day late, and I prepare myself well in advance for the day.
Yeah, preparation is the key.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me one more thing. Now, even somebody like you who's been doing things over and over again, and who's been polishing himself, who prepares so hard for everything that is coming, how do you manage self-doubt? I'm sure there are those human moments when that happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are many a times when your brain and heart don't synchronizes.
Yeah.
I think whilst you need to understand both and listen to both, but many a times you should not go by only what the logic says, and you should listen what your heart says. And trust me, if you really go deep dive and see and understand what your heart says, you would not really regret much.
Okay, so when you say heart, do you mean gut? Have you been able to develop that over a period of time?
The word gut feeling is different, but your heart would actually pump and say that your conscience would say that, hey, don't worry, even if the logic is not right, still go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, now we of course know that you are a super successful person, but I am sure there have been bits of failures as well in your such a long journey. Tell us, how have they shaped you?
Not bits. I think too many failures I have seen in my life. I have seen the bottom of my life where I had to give off everything, even the last card that I had that had to go off. I had to go in people's home and teach meditation, because of course meditation I've been doing for many years. So because I had to just earn my living to make both ends meet. But I think one thing that I've always felt is that if your intent is right, God would definitely protect you. The universe will stand by the side of you in spite of whatever hardships that you get. Hardships was just a lesson for you to kind of pass in through. I had seen, as what I said, innumerable failures, which have proved me to be much more stronger and have pulled me up from there. So it's not how much you have failed. It's how fast you have bounced back to life. I think that's important.
That's very important. True. Now all of us know you wear a lot of hats. You're a counselor, you're a speaker, you're a CEO. There's too many. You're a mentor. How do you maintain balance in all these personalities of yours?
I think time management is critical in these kind of places. And I think when you coach people across the world, some of them are celebrities, business personalities, common people, ordinary people, and being a group CEO, you have to manage time extremely well. So sometimes I do mistakes as well in managing time, where I get overboard. Maybe I feel, okay, can I sleep a little bit more, or can I waste a little bit more time, but later when I recollect back, I understand, okay, this was a mistake that I did. I need to get back onto track. So it's very important for everyone to ensure that they get back onto track in spite of, see, we are all humans. There will be situations when you'll feel, no, today I'll eat a little bit more, but tomorrow then you need to be more disciplined. So it's not wrong, it's not erroneous to get out of track. A human will get into, but the point is, it's how fast you can realize and quickly get back onto the track so that your train is running well.
Right. And I also think it's very important to, understand yourself. And those days that you call when you've slept a little extra or
Yeah,
just gone
yeah,
out are also very important for you to be able to bounce back and hit equally hard as you used to or as you've planned.
yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah.
As a human, life should not be absolutely on a track where you feel that you will never do a mistake. You will go
Yeah.
ahead and do a mistake, but it's first of all, mistake should not be that deeper. But even if you'd feel that okay, you have slept a little bit more, you have eaten four more sweets, you should be more disciplined the next day. It's like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, tell us something, a part of your daily life, any rituals that you follow that bring clarity to your life and how you.
Meditation.
Okay.
I think that's
That
one
is.
thing that
Yeah.
I just don't like missing.
Okay.
And swimming.
Okay.
I think wherever, whichever part of the world that I go, I tend to see that at least I swim. If I miss swim, I really don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
So apart from that, reading books.
Right.
At times I miss, very rarely, but I do. But these are the basic rituals that I
Yeah.
always follow. But
But
apart
you've
from
covered
that,
it all.
yeah.
You've covered mental through meditation. You've covered physical through swimming, and the intellectual bit by reading. So
So
you're.
there are many more,
Yeah.
but for everyone. But apart from that, I
Yeah.
always ensure that every morsel of food that I eat,
Yeah.
I always pray. I don't remember in over the last at least more than a decade that I have eaten a food or I have drank water without praying. I've never done it ever. In the last
Yeah.
10, 15 years, I don't remember. So people who are close to me, they know that, whoever is in front of me, I'll ensure that, I really thank God, I thank universe that, at least
Yeah.
I've got such a good food to eat, I've got water to drink. I think it's very important that all of us need to be really, really grateful for whatever we are getting.
Right. About even the smallest of
Everything.
things.
That's what I
And-
say.
Yeah.
Even if you breathe and you really thank God, if not always, try to do it as many times.
Yeah.
So many people who cannot breathe, they have CPOD.
Absolutely, yeah.
So this act of genuine sense of gratefulness, really the universe feels happy about it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does come back to you.
It does.
Okay. Tell me, you're also a mentor. So, and there are innumerable number of lives that you've touched and changed. Any one specific incident or person or an example that you would want to share with us that changed you?
Many. See, what happens is that
It's an unfair question. To just
so
pinpoint
too
one.
many. See, it all depends. Whom I'm mentoring. Are they celebrities or non-celebrities or ordinary people? So everyone have their own set of burden,
Challenges,
challenges that they want to sort out, and every case study is different and unique by
Right.
itself. So there are innumerable case studies available, live case studies
Tell
available.
us about a celebrity then. I'm sure the viewers would be able to, connect more.
So again, there are too many
Yeah.
of them, but there was a recent case study that we did where one of the celebrity
Yeah.
had certain trauma of her for certain reasons. Of course, for confidential reasons, we have to be very careful what
of
we say.
course.
Then she had undergone past life regression therapy.
Okay.
And
You take that as well?
yeah,
It's a part of your.
yeah, and then she understood that the specific fear what she had, why she
Yeah.
had that. Now in PLR, it's very important, as I always say, that a proper counseling have to go through, the PLR have to go through well, and then a diffusal have to happen and neutralization of whatever trauma that you want to remove.
Okay.
So there are many.
Can I dig into this? What exactly do you mean by neutralizing?
See, what happens is that say for example, someone have a phobia or someone have a
Yeah.
trauma.
Yeah.
It could be anything. Now,
Right.
why do you have a phobia, a trauma or similar is because of certain reasons that have cascaded down over and over again.
Yeah.
So it's not only enough when you get into it, but it's also important when you neutralize that and make the subject understand that okay, it's all
Yeah.
over there, let's park it out there, and this is a complete new structure for you. So there's a process to do that.
Okay.
But I think more than that there are multiple other counselings that we have done for many of them, be it student, be it
Yeah.
as I was saying, in ordinary people, etc. So it both in their mental, psychological, etc. So there are many such case studies we can
Extremely
take.
enriching life for sure. I think I'm,
So sometimes it does
yeah,
makes me into more into fatigue as well. Before I came here, I was doing a
yeah,
consulting on phone.
yeah.
So at times, it makes you more tired. But I think, when you have a mission for the world, I think you would continue doing it over and over again.
Absolutely. Tell us, have there been people, characters who have shaped you, your character, people who've come into your life and touched you in ways and shaped you into the person that you are?
Many. I would not be who I am at this point of time.
Yeah.
My Gurudev Sri Loknath Brahmachari have been always with me. I'm a great believer that the universe always shapes you. Apart from that, definitely my family, my parents, my wife, my
Yeah.
children,
Yeah.
my colleagues,
Hmm.
my co-workers, everyone have contributed towards it. I think the world at large have conspired uh, as to who I am today, so that I can deliver back to the
Yeah.
universe much more.
But it went out, it started from within.
It
Or,
it
or,
I-
or was
it
there a seed which was sown at some point in time, maybe when you were
see. I think
younger?
I think each one of us are destined to do our work,
Yes.
and you have come with a set of destiny
Yes.
that for which you are meant to deliver what you are supposed to deliver.
Yeah.
And the other things are like manures and fertilizers and sunlight that comes over you.
Right, right. And there will be days where the sun will be too harsh.
There will
And there
be,
will
yeah.
be days where the wind will
So
be,
there is,
too big.
where your karma comes
Yeah,
into action.
exactly.
And if something is too harsh, then your karma actually protects you there as well.
Yes. So I think that viewpoint, the way to look at it is really beautiful.
But that is the essence and truth of life. Most people
Yeah.
don't understand that. Why do you think, karma actually accrues your credit balance and negative karma debit balance? So there is where the whole unfolding of life happens.
Right. Okay, tell me what inspired your journey into the healthcare sector. Tell us, our viewers, more about the story of Dava India.
So Dava India is a fantastic story that is unfolding in India to ensure that India at large can afford high quality generic medicines.
Yeah.
Truly, if you speak and see, India as a country cannot afford expensive branded drugs. And there is where Dava India comes into action.
Yeah.
We ensure that every patient, be in rural or urban, can afford high quality generic medicines for them, be it diabetes, gastro, peds, nephro, cardiac, anything. And this helps the end patient to save a lot of money. See, Indian people, if you go to the villages, sometimes you'll see that they can't even afford leather chappals.
Yeah.
They wear Hawaii chappals.
Yeah.
So from where can they get so much money to spend on branded drugs? A diabetic or a cardio or a geriatric patient at home will easily have to spend 6,000-7,000 rupees if they go by the regular monthly branded drugs.
Yeah.
Now someone who is earning 30,000-35,000 at the most, or 20,000-25,000, from where will they spend that 6,000-7,000 rupees? Because they have to pay the school fees of their children, the rent, etc., the groceries, etc. So it's a story unfolding in India where Dava India is working relentlessly across the country towards ensuring the availability of very high quality generic medicines.
Okay, tell me, one can clearly see that there's immense amount of passion. But when you're a leader, how do you integrate that compassion into strategy?
A strategy is a genuine true strategy is outcome of all the right works that you do. It is, as I always say, it is not only the balance sheets that need to be adhered to. A good balance sheet, healthy EBITDA, healthy IRR will always come if a leader does the right job. So thereby, when you do the right job in the country, when you see that for the entire country, we are a large country,
Yeah.
where you are making accessible healthcare for all. Obviously, the balance sheets will be nice, and your strategies will all be on place. So our strategic move is to ensure both through offline and online portfolio segmentation, every Indian can have access to high quality generic medicines.
Yeah. Tell me, being a CEO and the personality that you are at large, how do you want to be remembered?
I think let people remember me at this point of time when I'm physically available in the body.
Yeah.
When I'm no more here, I don't think I need to be remembered. I am not a believer that you need to remember me, because why do they need to remember me? Let them remember themselves, and let them at that point of time do a good job themselves. I don't need to be remembered by anyone.
Okay. All right. Okay, tell us now, there are so many people watching you right now. Any message you would like to give specifically to people who are probably unsure of themselves or feeling a little lost?
For anyone who is either unsure or feeling lost, I think the most important thing that they should adhere is, whatever they do in life, they should add genuine sense of value. And whatever they do, they should ensure that they do justice to people around them towards building more joy, more love, more care.
Yeah.
Because trust me, in this world, it is so much needed that all of us truly love each other. All of us truly care for each other, whether it's humans or animals or whosoever it may be. And then at large, if people start practicing them genuinely, they will all build a better world for all of us.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, one last question. Now, when you look back today, would there be anything, and you have a conversation with your younger self, maybe at 10, 15, 20, what would you tell yourself?
I would tell myself that I should have played more and studied less,
Okay.
because I still feel that, see, my school and college life have been only study, study, study. I still
Right.
miss those playgrounds where my friends used to play a lot, and I did not have time to play. I would say that myself that I should have
Yeah.
played more, and I think balance everything is unfolding as what the universe wants.
Right. But okay, on this, there are some children who love studying,
Yeah.
and there are some children who are particularly biased towards being outdoors. So, do you recommend to them also to try and strike a balance, or is it okay just to follow your heart?
I think it's okay to
And,
follow your heart, but
yeah.
my heart wanted to play more and
Okay.
study less. But
Yeah.
my at that point in time, my family always wanted me to study more. But definitely
Right,
that have
right,
yielded
right.
result as well.
Yes.
But as I say, when we work in the villages or similar, and when I see children playing cricket or football, my
Yeah.
heart still cries out, because I did not have time to play.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
only to do my studies at that point of time.
Right, right. I think that's great advice to the younger you. And thank you so much for coming and talking to us
Thank
today.
you so much. Thank you.
Now, as we wrap up this power packed episode of the Bottom Line Unplugged, it's clear that Dr. Sujit Paul doesn't just lead, he elevates. His commitment to value driven leadership and his relentless pursuit of innovation are a blueprint for any aspiring entrepreneur or business leader. Thank you once again, Dr. Paul, for sharing your insights and also for sharing your journey with us. And thank you to our viewers. Stay tuned for more stories that inspire, disrupt, and define the bottom line. Until next time, this is Divya Sharma signing off.